I think as linemen, one of the biggest like tasks that we have to battle is just constantly evolving and going over the hurdles that get thrown at us, because nothing's textbook, nothing's a picture perfect scenario. So adapting and overcoming is like one of my favorite sayings is like, that's what we do, on the daily. You adapt and overcome. You might get, have certain tools or certain parts or, just have trees laying over in the wire weird different ways, and so adapt and overcome is what our job's all about. So I'm Kris Onda. I'm a journeyman lineman here for Core Electric Cooperative. I've been here for 3.5 years now. I've enjoyed the move. It's been a great move for my family and I, and had plenty of, experiences and trainings and rodeos that I've been able to go to these past years, and it's been awesome. Typical day once I get to work, kind of walk in the lineman room, get ready for the day, kind of see what you might have on your desk, new jobs. We get the orders from our foreman, go out into the shop, get stocked up for the job we have in hand. We have a pretty big service territory, and we're always constantly trying to stay up on fire mitigation and wildlife protection. And so we really want to take the time to make sure we do a great job and just have everything we need, because the shop isn't just like a close, drive back over here. So we definitely try to be as prepared as we can. And then just for like the on-call, you never know what's going to happen, So the task is this, see the 3 wires below the top one? So we're essentially just going to cut the wires open to where we don't have a connection anymore to where electricity is going to travel, because they're going to want to go to that pole and probably rack all this out. Yes, sir.
Fire extinguisher 185 behind the cab on the exterior of the truck. Kris, once you go ahead and cut up there, we will have to leave it hot.
Okay.
Watch that neutral, dude.
Yes, sir. I think I can step up pretty good. Smooth and steady. So what inspired me to pursue a career in this field is I was just finishing up my bachelor's degree at this university I was going to, and I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to stay going into, what I had pursued. I used to work for a copper mine, and I have a great buddy that he had just got hired on. He used to do some contracting. I was kind of explaining to him that I was at a little bit of a loss, I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do, and so he kind of got to know me a little bit more, and he's like, well, do you like adrenaline rushes, do you like being up high and working and feeling accomplished at the end of the day? And I was like, oh, for sure, I love adrenaline rushes, at the time they had a helper position on the line crew. One thing led to the next, he kind of put in a good word for me, talked to the boss, and I talked to him, and I was like, I'm willing to work hard and do what it takes. And so I was able to, land a helper position there with some prior experience I had, and it was awesome. I got to learn the trade, learn the groundwork. A lot of people say you're only as good as your groundman. You can go up in the air with all the ideas you want, and if you don't have the support, you need up there, you can't take everything with you, right? And so just try to be the best I could, got, all my climbing gear, got everything ready to pursue and continue the lineman career. And it just kind of took off from there. Main responsibilities as being a utility lineman is just making sure that our power is reliable. You get home and you flip that light switch on and you expect power. One of my most memorable storms was a single outage way down a dirt road, and we had tons of people off, and we ended up getting dispatched to that single. As soon as we get there and we get the guy's power back on, he comes out and he's like, man, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have ran out of oxygen. I was that close. That's when it hits home, and it's like people's lives are at risk just as much as ours. They depend on reliable power, and so that's what we try to do here at Core. I was gonna double gut everything we're flying under and working by, so I was gonna double gut this, double gut that, probably double gut and blanket that tap right there where we're gonna be at. We'll throw the Mac on your side going down the hill, and then I'll be able to cut all that out. And then I was just gonna blanket that, probably change out that bow real quick first since we got that. Colton Mac it on this side, down further, go up there, wreck out the whole cutout so we can get up in there, change out the glass, do the jumpers. Yeah. Perfect. So the Apprentice Program I did through Core, I thought it was great. Very challenging at times, but at the same time, you don't want a program that's so easy that, you're able to just rush through and not be able to really hold the knowledge, that you're learning. And so was it tough? Was it challenging? Was it trying at times? Oh, definitely, and it was a lot on your own time, and that aspect of it was a little bit tough, with trying to find time to study and everything. So a lot of times I found myself waking up at 4 before everybody was awake and just going downstairs and studying, 4 a.m. till I had to leave to work, essentially. Those definitely got hard because I'd get home and little man be wanting to play Legos and I'm like falling asleep on him, and so there's definitely a lot of trying times, but I looked at the future as this is a time and possibility to where I could really like progress and get that family time back that I longed for. Having a strong foundation is super key to this trade. You're pretty much on call 24/7, and being the person that tries to keep that reliability for everybody and keep everybody's power on because lives depend on it is huge. Like, it definitely weighs on you and the sacrifices you have to make. It definitely feels good to be able to go home and see the lights are on and know that like you play a part in that. And so trying to find that work family life balance is definitely tough. Working for Core, I think they're very supportive of making sure that your family comes first. I haven't ever had an instance where I felt like I was having to really pick, one or the other. That means like huge to me. That's just mountains to me because my family is the most important thing I have. And so without that, like, you have nothing,